Okay, so this was the second component, which basically means we can, if we want to target the screen of different sizes or different resolutions or different width or different height, we can target it using the media type. We can say through the media type that we want to target the screen. Okay, next is and, okay, which we can use to combine conditions. Okay, we'll discuss this also later. Media feature, MEDIA feature. Okay, media feature, condition being tested, like the width, which I told you, like the height or the orientation, okay, or the pixels, width, height. Okay, so let's discuss the media types in details. Media types, first we discussed was screen. The screens were discussed on the top. Screens, like the different screen sizes were discussed here: SM, MD, LG, XL to XL. Okay, the mobile devices, laptops, tablets, mobiles, laptops, tablets, monitors, etc. Okay, then we have the print. What is print? It's for printed pages and print preview. Okay, speech, it's for speech synthesizers. What are speech synthesizers? You might have heard that whenever a screen reader is being used, there is a speech synthesizer, okay, which speaks on behalf of the website. Okay, next 4, which is all, which is used to match all the devices. Match all devices. Now if we don't use any media type, it will be by default set to all. Okay, means it will be applied to all the media devices. Okay, whether it be the screen size, whether it be the print pages, okay, whether it be the speech synthesizer, by default if we don't use the media type, it will be set to all. Okay, now the media features. What are media features? We have first of all the width based features. Okay, where we can define the width, which we can understand as exact viewport width. Okay, you can understand this as if the viewport width is let's say in 50 view width, okay, then this styling should be applied, like the display block should be applied. Okay, if the viewport is 100 view width, then something else should be applied. It should be like this. Okay, then there is minimum width. Then there is a max width. Then there is device width, which we don't use nowadays. Okay, it's very rare. Okay, this was the width based feature. Next we have the height based feature. Oops, sorry. In the height based features, we have the same thing. Okay, height, min height and max height. Okay, height, which is the exact viewport height, Then we have the min height, then we have the max height, then we have the orientation. What does orientation mean? Sometimes when we use our phone normally, it's in the portrait mode, okay, but when we watch some videos or play movies or listen to music or something, we watch something on YouTube, that is in the landscape mode, okay, that is the orientation. So how many types of orientation are there? Orientation are of two types. Orientation are of two types, that is landscape and portrait. Okay, portrait. Okay, then we have the resolution. Okay, each and every means not each and every, most of the devices have different resolutions, okay, according to the screen sizes. Like basically what is resolution? It's the screen pixel density, okay, means how many pixels are actually there, what is the density of the pixels, okay. It can be 96 dpi, it's calculated, measured in dpi actually, 300 dpi, okay, 2 dppx. Then we also have min resolution, also we have max resolution, okay. So see, next these were the optional things. First of the very important thing we are going to discuss is the breakpoints, okay. Focus on this one. We will use this specifically for targeting the different screen sizes in order to give stylings to the tags, okay, elements. So the common breakpoints are, like for extra small devices, like the phones specifically, we target less than 576 pixels, okay. For small devices like landscape phones, okay, we target greater than equal to 576 pixels, okay. For medium devices like tablets, we target less than equal to 768 pixels, okay. And for the large devices like desktops or laptops specifically, we target greater than or equal to 992 pixels, okay. And for extra large devices, we actually target greater than or equal to 1200 pixels, okay. Pardon me? Yeah, it will be greater than. Let me explain you, it might be a little bit confusing. See, for the extra small devices, what is the target? The target is between 0 pixels to let me write it. See, the target is between 0 pixels to 576 pixels, okay. For the small devices, target is between 576 pixels to 767 pixels. Okay. Yeah. So in the medium devices, the target is between 768 pixels to 991 pixels. Okay. In the large devices like laptops, the target is from starting from 992 pixels to 1 actually 1199 pixels. Okay. And for the extra large devices, the target is starting from 200 pixels and goes till let's see it virtually. What is the target? See here, this is the tablet, this is the laptop, this is the extra large okay, it goes till 1439 pixels. Okay. 1439 pixels. So after 1439 pixels, we have extra 2 extra devices. Okay. So we need to understand these breakpoints only, and we need to keep this in mind in order to create a responsive website. Now the standard approach is to create a or let's say the best approach is to create a mobile first website. Okay. Now what does this mobile first website means? Mobile first means we'll start with the mobile view of the website. Okay. Start with mobile styles as base, means whatever style we are applying, we will apply it first for extra small device. Okay, these are the mobiles. So what we will do, we'll open our development server like this, and let's copy the navbar from earlier tutorials. Navbar, and let's paste it here. Also the stylings, navbar, and let's paste the stylings here and open it in the server. So see, if we are creating the website, first of all, if we choose to create the website for a mobile, okay, we choose to create a mobile friendly website first. We will simply press Ctrl+Shift+I or right click on the website and go to inspect, and we'll click on this toggle device toolbar icon. Okay, or we can simply press Ctrl+Shift+M, and we will target this mobile large. Okay, mobile large view. Okay, so see, now it got merged. Okay, which is not looking good. This means the website isn't responsive now. Okay, so in order to create this responsive, what we will do, we will use our media query. Okay, and target the breakpoints. What are the breakpoints? The breakpoint is less than 576 pixels. Okay, so we'll target this and we will apply the CSS accordingly. Okay, in order to make this look good better. Okay, this is how we can target the mobile devices. Okay, and actually view how it will look on the mobile device. There are some predefined presets here for the models like iPhone 12 Pro, Android phones like Galaxy Z Fold 5, okay, A51, and a lot of devices are there. Even you can view a tablet view also, okay, like iPad Air, okay, and you can change the orientations here also, okay, in each devices. So this is mobile first website approach, okay. So now in the media query, what will we use to target the mobile device? We will use the minimum width media query, okay, to add basically to add the CSS for mobiles, okay. Use min width, okay. Next approach is desktop first approach, okay. We are creating a website using the desktop first approach. Then we'll start with desktop styles as base, okay, and we will use max width here, okay, to simplify it for smaller screens, okay. So this was all about media query, okay. Please allow me a moment. Okay, so let's continue. So let's remove all this stuff. So you see this meta name is equal to viewport tag. This is very necessary in order to create a responsive design, okay. What is this width is equal to device width? I explained this earlier also. This is basically, it makes viewport width equal to physical device width, okay. Means basically the width will act as a container which will store the device width, okay. And the device width is, let's say in the phones it is let's say currently the width is 820 pixels, okay. So the width will here this will store the width as 820 pixels, okay. If the width further on decreases or increases, now it's 375 pixels, then this width will store 375 pixels, okay. next is initial scale is equal to 1.0, okay. Means by default the website's zoom level will be 100%. Okay. So basically without this, mobile browser assumes desktop layout. Okay, 980 pixels as width. Okay, so in the mobile it would not look that great. Okay, and basically this should be a mandatory thing. Am I doing something wrong? Style, yeah, style. And using a star selector, first of all we need to remove the default padding and margin. Okay, and give the box sizing as border box. Okay, if we go with as we have discussed the mobile first approach, we will have a better performance on mobile. Okay, and it will force us to prioritize the content. Okay, and easier to add features than remove them. Okay, next let's actually see how to target the first of all let's see how to target the small devices. Okay, so we will use the syntax media @media. Okay, and by default we are targeting the this thing, what we call this, we are targeting a media type as all. Okay, the media type will be all for now, whatever media type will be, and inside the this thing, what we call this media feature, will target the width. Okay, so let's say if the minimum width is actually 576 pixels. Okay, so the basic example will use body, background color will be hashtag, let's use some other colors to make it visible, and let's see it. Okay, but if the minimum width goes less than 576 pixels, then let's see what happens. See, it goes again to white. As soon as it is greater than or equal to 576 pixels, then the screen color will change. Okay, so this is media query. Okay, and accordingly we can apply the CSS to different things. Okay, like the navbar which we saw now, what we can do there is create a or simply copy that navbar only. Okay, so this is a basic navbar and the stylings we need to copy again from there. So this is our basic navbar. Okay, let's see, in basically below the tablet devices, okay, it's getting ruined. Okay, so we need to target the width lesser than the tablet. Okay, basically in the tablet view, from the tablet view, we should do something here. Okay, what will we do here? What will we do is we will hide all these. Okay, basically the LIs we will hide. Okay, so what we will do, media max width, what was the breakpoint of tablets? It was basically 768 pixels. Let's see, let's try to use 768 pixels. If it is 768 pixels, then the nav links should be hidden, okay, using the display none, or we can also use the visibility hidden. Okay, so see, it's now hidden, okay, in the smaller screens, looking good kind of now. Okay, so this is all about responsiveness. Okay, now there are some logical operators here in media query. Okay, like let's say what I want here is that between the let's say tablet view and laptop view, what I want is the screen's color should be something else. Okay, what I will do is I will write here media query min width 768 pixels. Okay, what is this? We have a logical operator called AND. Okay, so we'll use AND here. We can combine another media query, that is max width 992 pixels, body background color will be something else. Okay, let's make it red. Now let's see what happens. See, in between 768 pixels and 992 pixels, the background color will be this, okay, reddish. See, and it is accurate. Okay, as soon as the pixels are 768, it will apply red color. Okay, and as soon as it cross or exceeds 992 pixels, it will leave the reddish color. Okay, so this is logical operators. Okay, now next what we can do is we can we have studied that we can target orientations also. Okay, we can target orientations. So now let's target orientation. Okay, and media will target here orientation it's landscape, color should be something else. Let's take a different color. Okay, so currently it's in landscape by default. Okay, so the color is different here. Okay, whatever devices we use, okay, if it's in landscape view, then the color will be like this. Okay, also if we want to target the portrait here, we can target the portrait also, but by default we have the color already, so why to target it? Okay, now modern websites have two themes, like the light theme and the dark theme. Okay, by default if we want that we should force by default the dark theme. Okay, we can do that also using the media query. Okay, like this, @media prefers color scheme dark. Okay, so in the dark we will do the background color is black and the text color will be hashtag FFF. See, okay, now we are by default in the dark mode. Okay, this is how we can forcefully set the theme as dark. Okay, so after this let's talk about JavaScript a bit. Okay, let's start with JavaScript a bit. So in this we will simply copy our previous form which we created, this one, and we will simply see the JavaScript here only. Okay, now as we all know that HTML is the skeleton. Okay, oops, 1 second. Okay, so here basically we copied the same form which we created earlier here. Okay, using a linear gradient. Now what is JavaScript? As we all know that if we remove the basic stylings in our HTML, so this is the basic view, overall view of the HTML. Okay, this is the raw HTML, okay, without stylings. So this is all about HTML. Now in order to style all this we need CSS. Okay, but also we need interactivity. Okay, let's say for example if I click on the submit button, okay, what should happen? That it should get submitted, or I should get a pop-up that the form was submitted. Okay, so for that interactivity we use JavaScript. Okay, how do we use JavaScript? As we have discussed about selectors like the class, okay, and the ID. So basically we will use ID here. Okay, definitely we can use class also, but it is preferable to use ID. Okay, now how do we use JavaScript? We use JavaScript inside the body. Yes, someone having doubt or something? Yeah, almost complete. Do we need to cover anything else? Okay, animation, okay, we'll cover that later. First let's learn about basic JavaScript. Yeah, media frames, yeah, we will cover that later. Okay, so basically in order to link a script or a JavaScript, we use the script tag. Okay, and similar to CSS we have two types of script linking. First we have the internal script linking, and then we have the external script linking. So in the internal script linking we can directly write the script or the JavaScript inside the script tag here. Okay, all these things we see here is the JavaScript. Okay, and if we want we can create an external file with the JS extension, name it something, script.js, let's say. Okay, and what we can do is directly script src, we can pass the src here. Okay, what will be our src? It will be the dot slash script.js. okay, so this is external JS. Another one below this is internal JS. Okay, so both are the way we can write. If we have a lot of scripts, okay, then it is preferable to use an external JavaScript file. Okay. So see what is happening here. Basically, first what I want is whenever I click on that whenever I click on the submit button, okay, something should happen. Okay, so how will I tell JavaScript that we need to add interactivity to this button only? Okay, that will be using an ID. Okay, definitely can use class, but in this example we will look ID. Okay, so basically the syntax is document dot get element by ID. Okay, and inside the bracket we need to pass the actual ID of the element. Okay, so in our case we pass the ID here as submit, so same we are passing here as submit. Okay, and then with the dot notation we want to add an event listener. Okay, what is an event listener? Event listener means if some action takes place, there are a lot of event listeners. What actions can take place here? Like we are hovering, okay, and we can click this button also, we can drag it here and there. Okay, so there are a lot of events, but basically what we want is the click event. Okay, whenever we click on here, something should happen. So if we see here in the add event listener, there are a lot of events. Okay, lot of events. We want the click event here. Okay, and in the JavaScript, each and every language has a feature to create functions. Okay, so in JavaScript we can create function in two ways. Okay, type 1 is this syntax. Okay, this is the function, and then the function name something, apply styles, let's say, and then the curly braces. Inside this we can basically write the function logic. Okay, for example, let's say I want a function which adds two numbers. Okay, which adds two numbers. Are you all familiar with some languages like the variables and stuffs, variables, data types? Every one of you? Okay, let me cover it from scratch. Please mute yourself. See, let's cover it from scratch. This is separate thing we are going to cover. This is the JavaScript. Okay, so see, JavaScript is a scripting language. Okay, it's not considered as a programming language, it is a scripting language. Okay, so see what happens in JavaScript is we have, first of all, we have variables. Okay, you can understand variable as a container. Okay, we have boxes in which we keep something like spices or stuffs. Okay, so that is basically the container. So similarly here we have container. Okay, In the container, here we can store data. Okay, what data? Like someone's name. Okay, like John. Okay, now let's say John Doe. Okay, now what is this const? We'll study this. First let's understand the variable. This is the syntax to create the variable. We'll use const and then the variable name or the container name. Okay, so let's see. The container name is John Doe, is name. Okay, what does the container contain? It contains the name John Doe. Okay, allow me a moment please. Okay, so this is John Doe. Okay, whose age is 30. Okay, and whether he is a student or not, he is not a student. Why? Because he is a working professional. So a student will be false. Okay, and his hobbies are reading, gaming, coding. Okay, and his exact address is street is 123 Main Street, city Anytown, country USA. Okay, now what are these? Okay, why are these different things I'm writing? Okay, so these are different data types. Okay, like if we see here, this is a string. Okay, this is called string. What is a string? String are combination of characters. String are combo of characters written within quotes. Okay, anything written inside quotes, whether it's the single quote or double quote, that is a string. Okay, so first example we see here, this is the string. Okay, next we see the John Doe's age, that is in number. Okay, next is number. Now a number can be integer, okay, it can be a float, it can be a decimal, okay, anything. Okay, these are numeric values. Next is student is equal to false. There is a boolean value. Okay, what is a boolean value? Boolean value which contains true or false. Okay, so a student is false. Here we can pass either true or false. Okay, that is called boolean. Next is array. Okay, array is a list of value. Okay, different values. Now you can pass in array string, okay, number, objects, anything. Okay, next is object. Okay, see, focus on this. The objects are key value pairs. Okay, this is the variable name. Okay, and within the curly braces we use objects. Okay, so for the street information, I am you can understand this as the variable name, okay, or the container. Okay, so if I want to access the street name, what I will do, I will use the address dot street and I will get 123 Main Street. Okay, so this is the key, this is the value. Okay, so this is the basically object. Okay, inside the object definitely we can use array. Okay, we can store array and we can store objects inside objects. Okay, nested objects. Okay, so these are the data types. Okay, in JavaScript. Okay, now what I would like you all to do is go through the different data types. Okay, there are a lot of data types. Go through all the data types and study about array. Okay, array is a long topic, lengthy topic. Okay, so study it yourself. Okay, give it a read. Rest of the things I will cover it tomorrow in the JavaScript. Okay, so is there any doubt for today? Okay, so today's task is to give a read through JavaScript array, okay, and data types, and tomorrow we'll cover about this further. Okay, so thank you everyone.